Choice Show on AM 1240 and 92.7 FM Nooga Radio. I am Cindy, and Cindy's Choice is to make a positive impact in our community. We do that through gathering businesses that complement each other and have the same target market. We provide them shared marketing management, allowing amazing cost savings with much added value. And Cindy's choice for an awesome business advisor is Nova Advisors. Nova Advisors is a contingency-based business service. They can bring a variety of strategies to reclaim or save business operational costs with no upfront fees and without requiring you to change vendors or make operational changes. Nova Advisors is a great partnership for Cindy's Choice in that they are focused on saving money in business operations, and Cindy's Choice is focused on building your prospect pipeline, both done very affordably. And Cindy's Choice for a great catering option is Chicken Salad Chick. Check out their menu at chickensaladchick.chattanooga.com, chickensaladchick.chattanooga.com. There's a downtown location at Call Ahead, and you can have curbside pickup. There's the East Brainerd location and soon to be a location at Erlanger Hospital, hiring now. You can call them at 423-781-1330, 423-781-1330. And we're back with Lynn Chestnut, who's the managing director of the Small Business Development Center. I really enjoyed the conversation that we had before talking about challenges for small businesses, but talking about the awesome support that's available at no cost. And Lynn, let's talk about some of that, these opportunities that are available at no cost. Let's talk about some of the training seminars that are offered. I've utilized some of them that I've benefited from greatly.
Right.
But share with us some more of those seminars.
Some of the most popular ones that we have and the ones that are most impactful. For example, this Thursday at 1:30, we will have one called Find Your Funding. And we're going to have a 28-year veteran of the Small Business Administration, Jackie Merritt, will be with us. And she and I will navigate through options of funding. Because let's face it, in business, most people need funds. And so we talk about, we cut through and we give people the correct information of what is available and what is not available. There are many people who think there are all these government grants out there to start a business. Well, folks, they don't exist. Sorry. I've been a part of finance for 32 plus years. They don't exist. But we talk about what is available. And we talk about the traditional plus the alternative methods of funding. A couple of others that are very popular, QuickBooks. Lynn Talbot and her group do a 3-part QuickBooks seminar. There's a small cost for that, but they're going to provide you with a tremendous amount of information on how to set up your QuickBooks, how to run things through your QuickBooks, and also there are some discounts that we have available for the people who use QuickBooks. And then one other one that's very popular for us is HR Solutions, HR Overview. We do one of these several times a year because people think hiring people is, oh, I'll just hire people and make them a contract employee and we'll move on. Well, it's not that simple. That's not how.
No, it's not that simple at all.
It's not how the IRS looks at it. It's not how the government looks at it. There are ways to do it, ways not to do it, and you will not get yourself in more trouble than if you incorrectly set up employees in the wrong categories.
Right.
So we have a number of those that are available.
I want to let's go back to the first one, the funding.
Sure.
And I want to be sure that our listener knows if you're contemplating starting a business and you don't have good credit and you're thinking, well, I can't start a business because I can't get funding and I don't have credit. Yes, you can. I've done it. Yeah, I started a construction business in Houston, Texas with zero capital and zero contract.
Right.
But the thing is, I couldn't grow the business.
Right.
And that's the key thing. You can establish credit. You can get started. And you can establish credit for your business. And I just want to encourage you, don't let, because that discouraged me for a while. I didn't think I'd be able to have a business. because I'd had some credit issues,
Mhm.
and you can't. And that's a lot. What Cindy's Choice does is, because of my experience in doing that several times, I'm just a pro at starting something from nothing.
Right.
Yet I do know, like I said, I have to put these people around me so that when we get you to a certain stage, you are going to need funding in order to grow. But you can get something started that will establish business credit and get you going. You can keep yourself busy. Then when you're ready to grow and add employees and you have that track record, these resources that Small Business Development Center can connect you with for funding will apply then. So don't let the fact that you don't have good credit keep you from going to a funding seminar. You need to find out what is available and what it does take to be qualified for the funding that is available.
And that's what we talk about. The first thing anyone should do is pull their credit file. You get, every year, you get a free copy of your credit report from any of the three credit reporting agencies, or you can go through, there are several others that you can go through to get that. So first thing is find out what's in your credit. Nearly 70% of all credit files have incorrect information. So if you've got something that's not right, then there are steps you can go to get that cleaned up. The second thing to do is come to the seminar. We talk about what different options there are. You're right. You don't have to have perfect credit to do it. Now, you also, though, do have to show that you are correcting or that you're moving past what you had go on.
Exactly.
Everybody's had steps in their life. We've all, look at the downturn.
Yes.
08, 09, 10. How many people were affected by that? So
and
many.
How many people are affected by illness, medical conditions that they couldn't help? We all
Life
know
happens.
There's so many stories out there now. Nobody judges anybody
Yeah.
anymore based on their credit, because there's just too many stories out there why that can happen. And you do need good credit to qualify for funding, but you do not need necessarily good credit to start a business. That was my point, and that's a lot what I can help you with, because if you're just trying to get yourself busy and you invest in your marketing, if you do something really well, and it's like you mentioned before, if you can outsource your bookkeeping, you can outsource your legal, and you can outsource your marketing, and you can just focus on what you do best, you're in business.
Yep.
So there is some startup costs there,
There are.
but it's very minimal when you can have startup costs, and it depends too. I mean, if you're producing something and you have to invest in whatever the products are and so forth like that, every challenge is different. But the message that I want to get across is it's doable. And you're listening to two people right now that can help you considerably in any direction. I help businesses get started with nothing or grow when they're establishing themselves. Where Lynn, but I send them to Lynn first. It's like, go here, take full advantage of everything that the Small Business Development Center has to offer. And because I can't help them if they're not, I can't risk Cindy's Choice.
Right.
If you're a choice, if someone's willing to brand you and market for you, you have to be credible. And you have to invest in yourself and your education and knowledge and getting yourself a strong foundation so that you can be marketed.
You do. And the funding seminar, and also, more importantly, the small business orientation part, we help people sit down, because what you have to do, you have to determine what is it going to cost me to do this and to do it effectively. We've had people who've come to us, gone to the seminar, gone to the orientation, and go, you know what? I need to wait 6 months. I need to wait a year. I need to save a little money to bootstrap this myself. Or I need to scale this back, start here, start small, and then organically grow this and become an established person who then can seek the financing they need to grow it further. So there are other ways to do it, but you don't go on the internet and, we've got this great way for $29.95. We've got all these grants that you can get. Folks, it's not worth $29.95. No, don't do it. Come see us, sit down. We'll give you a good third-party, independent view of how you need to do this.
Yes, go see the experts first.
Okay.
And as Lynn shared at the opening of the show, Before his counseling experience at Small Business Development Center, he is in years in banking, and that is key training ground for helping businesses. That's a key part of a banker's job. Is they deal with it all the time. If they want them to be account holders, they better help them be successful and have an understanding for the challenges that they face in doing so. And then I wanted to speak on HR.
Yep.
HR is huge. And, I love all these articles and things that say it all comes down to marketing. Marketing is key. Mm-hmm. Here I am, a marketing business. And I will tell you that I think HR is more important than marketing.
Well, HR,
your people are more important than anything. Yes. And, we heard forever that, put the customer first. Right. And I don't say that. And I get real personal on this show, Lynn. I tell people that you also hear separate business and personal. And I don't do that. Business gets very personal. When you're responsible for other people's lives and their families and so forth like that, it gets very personal. And we do have to look out for people. And I understand the philosophy of putting the client first, but I like to suggest that people look at their business like a successful marriage. When a spouse puts the other spouse first, then together you're stronger in taking care of your children and putting them first.
Sure.
And it's the same thing. If you put your employees first, then they're going to respect and trust you more, and therefore naturally more easily put the client first. So everyone's better off. You're earning the respect and earning the trust of your employees. They're performing better because you're valuing them. And it sounds, I know to some of you are out there shaking your heads because you're like, you don't know what I deal with. And you'll be surprised when you get this attitude and this perspective, what you will attract.
Well, a couple things that I've seen, the biggest mistakes. Number one, it's determining what this person is going to be doing, which then determines whether they're an employee, a contract person, things like that. And again, our HR overview goes into that. But more importantly, and I talked to a young lady yesterday that had hired a couple people, they did not work out. And I said, do you have a job description for this job? She goes, no. Well, how can people work for you if they don't know what the expectations are, what the duties are? Before you hire anyone, there should be certain non-negotiable things that this position or these positions entail. Put them down on paper, talk them through, get buy-in from your employees. Talk to your employees you'd be surprised what they can bring to the table. Listen to them. I have an incredible staff of people, Cindy, and you've met several of them, but Josh Brown, who's our senior counselor. Josh spent a lot of time in operational management, food and beverage hospitality, has banking experience as well. We worked together at a bank for about 6 years. Sarah Matson, who just came on board with us, her and her husband own their own business. They own Riverside Plumbing. So they've started and grown a successful business. She knows how to do that and has some great accounting experience as well. And then Rachel McClard, who she's the glue that holds it all together, keeps that office running so smoothly for us. But we have a group of people who we talk through what we do in our office. It's not my decision. I may make certain final decisions, but it's a group. It's a team. They're like family, as far as I'm concerned.
And it is. That's where I say you can't separate business from personal. You have a business family. You have a business marriage.
You spend more time with them than you do your real family.
Exactly. And the healthier those relationships, I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
The healthier the relationships are going to be at home. But I love what you said about the job description. And this is key because it's not just about the expectations and so forth, like you mentioned, but you're the leader.
Yep.
You are demonstrating right away your leadership to that person. And you've got to come off that you know what you're doing, that you do have firm expectations so they can have confidence. That's a key thing of a lot why I've worked for myself. Yeah. It is so hard in a marketing role because you cannot get out there and confidently market people if they don't demonstrate a lot of different qualities. If they don't have it together, you just can't do it. And that's why I've always leaned toward doing my own thing.
Yep.
I know I will get it done. I know I will deliver. So it's easier to market me. And that is a lot of the challenge with Cindy's Choice is anybody can have a website.
Yep.
Anybody can utilize social media.
Sure.
Anybody can advertise. And anyone can be on a list, but not everyone can be a choice. For someone to be brave enough to get out and be the face for your company is saying a lot about you. And it's a key challenge with finding the clients to represent. And that's why I depend on relationships like I have with Lynn at the Small Business Development Center, because I know when people have utilized their services and gone through their training and get their stamp of approval, then I can confidently say, okay, this is someone I can continue on with. I can help market them and grow them because they've taken the steps to get that strong foundation to create enough awareness, but they've earned the respect and the trust to get those basic first good referrals that count.
Right. And what you said, two things. Your employees are your greatest asset. And number two, the customer is not always right. Folks, whoever said that, I'm sorry, they are so wrong. Sometimes you have to say, I'm sorry, and you never undercut your employee when it comes to a client. Even if the employee's wrong, there are ways to do it in ways for everybody to keep their dignity. But the employee is your greatest asset.
They are there. And to hear that from a marketing person, where I could sit here and quote many quotes and refer to many articles that tell you how tremendously valuable marketing is. And that if people can't find you, they're not going to be able to buy from you. That's the bottom line. But from my perspective, if they find you and you don't have healthy HR, you're not delivering, you've lost them anyway, because it's going to be a one-time hit.
You don't have an engaged employee.
Exactly.
And when all it takes is one bad experience, one bad review on Yelp or wherever, and you've got a problem.
Right. So. And that's the challenge. Now, social media has so complicated marketing for small businesses. And it's one simple mistake can be magnified so much now, where used to you could sweep those under the rug. And eventually they catch up with you, but they catch up with you a lot sooner now.
Well, the thing you have to do, and we do have social media classes that I would encourage people to do, because look, we all do Facebook, we all do Instagram, things like that, but you can know just enough to be dangerous. So you need to do it in the right way. But on negative reviews, real quickly, always answer them. Don't answer them in a negative way. Answer them in a positive way. Keep above board, but answer them. Even if you feel like you're right, you need to answer, because I've seen replies to negative reviews and I've gone, you know what? I understand.
You want them right back.
Exactly. You want them right back.
Yeah. And don't discount that whatsoever.
Exactly.
I just want to remind the listener that you are listening to the Cindy's Choice Show on AM 1240 and 92.7 FM, Nooga Radio. I'm Cindy. Cindy's Choice is to make a positive impact in our community. And I'm doing that today with Lynn Chestnut, the Managing Director at the Small Business Development Center. And Lynn, why don't you go ahead and take this opportunity to share the information for the Small Business Development Center? Sure.
We are located at 100 Cherokee Boulevard, which is in the Business Development Center, or Incubator, as most people call it. We're in Suite 202. You can call us, 423-756-8668. Or if you want to go to our website, it's tsbdc.org. And then you just click on Chattanooga, which will get you to our services. And let me mention real quickly, Cindy, our services are confidential. We do not share anything we talk about with you, with anyone. We're just like when you go to your CPA, your bank, like you're going to your doctor. We are confidential in nature, but we're there to help you. We'd love to help you. We've helped thus far this year. We've served 320 clients just this year in counseling. We have actually over 600 clients, but we have touched 320 of those through consultative services. We've had over 700 people attend our seminars. So we're very interactive. We're there to help. But again, the only way for us to help you is for you to reach out to us and say, hey, I need your help.
And that's what this is about. Is I'm so thankful for this platform to connect you with the people that can help. And the first step can be connecting with me at Cindy's Choice. Cindy at cindyschoice.com, 423-661-4445. That's 423-661-4445. And I cultivate relationships with people like Lynn. So if you're an overwhelmed, busy entrepreneur, or you're in a full-time position, like some of the clients I'm working with now, and you're starting something on the side, you don't have time to make all the phone calls. That's where one connector like Cindy's Choice comes in handy. And you will see Lynn on the, or hear Lynn on the show quite often, because I want people to understand the kind of resources that I have access to and that I utilize to help you be more successful. And I partner with businesses like Nova Advisors, which is a contingency-based business service. They bring a variety of strategies to reclaim or save business operational costs with no upfront fees and without requiring you to change vendors or make operational changes. So if you're already established, there's a way just to start saving some money, to even reclaim money that's been lost that you didn't realize had been lost. And then you've got free services through Small Business Development Center that if I'm marketing for you, I will be definitely encouraging you to take full advantage of, especially the seminars that we mentioned. Continuing education is key. The corporations make sure that their employees have access to it on an annual basis, and you have to take the initiative as an entrepreneurial. If you're not part of a corporation that has a mandate for that, you've got to take that responsibility and do that for yourself and provide that for your employees.
Knowledge is power.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
And if you are a mature business, you've been in business, we helped a 80-year-old business sell their business last year. And
amazing.
So doesn't matter where you are in the process, we're there for you.
Shoot out your information one more time.
Sure.
We've got 30 seconds.
100 Cherokee Boulevard, Suite 202, phone number 423-756-8668, or tspdc.org.
Wow. Thank you so much for being here, Lynn. You have been like an awesome guest, and I do plan to have Lynn on more often, or very often. And again, you can listen to the Cindy Choice Show, and that's a wrap.
Yesterday on the Herd.
Okay. New York right now has more bad